I promise you one thing, and one thing only. You'll leave happy.
So a happy ending.
I was gonna get to that one. Oh!
Hey, this is Ricardo Braddock, aka Real Estate Braddock. Today's episode is, do I buy a house now? Yes, maybe. And today I have with me from HomeSmart.
Your boy MJ, I'm Realtor.
Nice. Hey, I'm glad to have you here. And we're talking about today's market, or kind of what's happened this year, today's market,
Right.
and what's possibly going to happen next year, and everybody on the sideline. Should people be on the sideline right now?
Oof. It gets me goosebumps, you know what I mean? It gets me goosebumps because just talking about that, I'm just, guys, either you're not educating enough or you're just don't want to buy a house. That's it. Those are two simple things.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you this, next year, you're going to be regretting it. You should have bought today.
Yeah.
You should have bought today.
And the reason why he says that, again, because we work in the same industry, right, is people that think because of these high interest rates, even though they have been kind of coming down a little, right? They've been coming down a little, and the homes have been stable. Is that right now, because of this low inventory, and there's plenty of buyers still, but it's not like when it was a couple years ago, right? Where everybody was just frenzy. And but think about it, if these rates drop to a 5, this 5 next year, if it drops to a 5 next year, that's going to be the new 2.something% 3 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Where everybody was buying.
No, let's just get this one straight. I mean, this year has been a really tough year for some of us. You know, we went from a 3 to a 7, close to an 8, right? So let's just be upfront with them. Hey, you know, there's nothing we could do, right? But guess what? I do a lot of trading on my free time. So every time where we see a graph that goes straight up, there has to be a breather, and that breather might be coming to you in a couple of months.
Yeah.
Beginning of next year, because every stock, if you know, it's always going up. It's always going like this, right? Now, if it goes up like this, it's not gonna go like this. Whatever goes up
Must come down,
right? So that's what I'm thinking. Like, this is what I'm thinking
You're
of.
seeing too on all the trends,
right? And so, I mean, we have a lot of people on the sidelines. You know, there's a lot of people that are not educated enough. That are not
education, man, for your clients.
Yeah, absolutely. Education is the number one thing in the world, honestly.
Yeah.
God, that's what I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, back to your point. I mean, people are gonna regret not buying this year, because as soon as the election comes in, because note that there's an election coming up.
Yep.
So there's gonna be a lot of things.
Movement.
A lot of volatility
yeah.
in the market, and we might be seeing the market coming down. So in the interest rates wise, now, you know, we could start talking about the fact that you could always refinance, but that's a lender's job. So we'll leave that to the lenders, right now.
For all the particulars in the lending, but that's true. You know, people think, oh man, if I get this rate, I'm stuck with this rate for 30 years. And they're not, right? Because they can refi. And if the market goes down with the rates, you refi and you bring that rate back down. So now that payment's a little more palatable, right?
Exactly. So I think that as of right now, as an investor, as a first home buyer, just talk to your realtor. You know, talk to us.
Yeah.
We'll help you out. We're financial educated in that sense, right? In real estate, and just give us a call. You know, it never hurts us. So
ask us questions.
Yes,
give us that call. Contact us. Message us. Questions. Ask the questions. There's no stupid question in this, because you may feel, well, it's a dumb question. I'm going to be asking this. Should I do this, or is this? We're going to answer. We're going to give you our best, synopsis of what's going to happen in the market. But it never hurts to ask these questions so that you are more educated in making that decision. Do you buy a house? And this is me personally. I've been doing this for over 20 years. And I've been my own investor. I've bought my own homes, and I've seen this market and how it works, right? And we are at that, I think, that pivotal point where it's going to start to drop. And when that happens, we're going to, not as crazy, but we're going to revert back to where there's going to be more buyers for a home because of the inventory being so low, right?
Yep.
We're going to have more buyers for a home. Now you're excited because your interest rate's lower because you waited on the sideline, right? There's that word we're talking about. Don't wait on the sideline.
Exactly.
And then you're going to like this house that you see. You're going to get one of us to go take you to the house.
Mm-hmm.
You fall in love with it, right? You want to make an offer on it, right?
Offers, yep.
And then
Here it
there's
comes.
multiple offers and you don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
And you do this 3 or 4 or 5 times on a house. And now you've just worn yourself out and you stop even looking anymore when you could have had that house that you kind of liked, even though the payment would have been higher.
Yep.
And you would have refied when that rate went down. And what else would you have gotten?
What?
What else would you have gotten if you bought a house now in about 6 months? What would that person also have benefit minus or plus the interest rate reduction if they refied?
Equity.
Equity. You would have equity. That means you have money in your home that you can pull out for emergencies, right?
Or possibly buy a new home.
Buy
another one.
Buy another home, right?
Another
Use that
one,
money
yeah.
for another home.
Yep.
A car if you need a car because your car's a junker or something.
Right. Many
Pay
ways.
off debt.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a big one right now.
Right now, we are at like one of the worst points in debt, for credit card debt. So you could pay your debt. Imagine no credit card payments because you've had a house that you bought during the scary time.
See, one of the things I tell my buyers is that as soon as you read it, as soon as you look at the news that now's the time to buy, you're already late.
Yeah.
You're already late. These guys, these hedge funds are already buying multiple thousands of houses, because of lower interest rates.
Yeah.
But now's the time to buy because everyone is scared because they're not financially educated. That's the number one thing.
Yeah.
So no one is buying right now. So the ones that are buying right now are smart people like you. So if you
all my viewers.
So if you are one of them, like that are interested in buying maybe this year, next year, call us now because I'm telling you guys, you are not going to regret it because the fact that right now at this time point of life right now, interest rates are pretty high. But guess what? We've been used to those 3, 4, 5 interest rates. But now that the interest rates are 7, 8%, the builders are having more time to build houses. That's one of the things I tell my buyers too. These builders, they gotta sell.
Yeah.
They gotta sell because it's a public company. Okay. So no matter what, they gotta sell. Now, if they're not selling anything, they're losing money.
Yeah.
And they don't want that, right?
Nope.
They don't want that. So if you come in with a good realtor by your side,
Yes.
negotiate good deals on the table, I promise you're not going to regret it, man.
No, you'll be happy.
You're going to be really happy. Not the fact that you got a brand new home, but just the fact that you're already, that next year you're going to have equity in that house.
Yes.
So yeah, call us, call me, call Ricardo. We'll love to help you guys.
Yeah, I'm going to put all his information, below him so you guys can reach out to him, reach out to me. Now, one thing that makes you say special of other agents, what do you feel that you can provide that other agents can't or won't? Maybe they don't want to provide it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of realtors that don't want to share their secret sauces to, anyone, but that's not me. One of the things you'll get from me is the financial education.
Nice.
Meaning I'm always on the market. Like I told you, like I'm always in the stocks. Like I'm always up to the news. I'm always seeing.
Yeah.
And one of the things I do really promote this to all my clients is that you're going to get the best, realtor out there because not a lot of realtors are up to date to the market.
Yeah, they don't follow it daily.
So you'll catch me looking at stocks. You'll catch me look at the markets and stuff like that. And I'll let you know what it is. I'll keep you updated. I'll keep you posted. You don't have to technically look at the market because that's my duty and that's my job for you. And I provide good services. I don't know what else to say about myself.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to provide all what everybody else provides, but you have the extra is what you're giving them is that you follow all trends of what's going on in the market, and you kind of do it daily or every other day, but you're constantly looking at stuff so that you can provide, like you said, the education to you guys. And that's a benefit you get from him. Everybody knows mine. I've told everybody mine 1,000 times. I'm a personal realtor. A personal realtor is, if I have you as a client, as a buyer, I don't pick up another buyer. So I work with you from when we open to we close, and then I'll pick up somebody else. And if I have other people that come that want to work with me during that time, one, they wait, and most of them do. Two is I have somebody like Michael that I will hand off a client to him if he's working, because he again also is going to give that undivided attention. So I trust him to give that personal attention as well.
Like you said, you like to give them the individual one-on-one attention, right? So that's what I like to do as well, because you can't do all the things. You got to have a team set. So just in case something like that, refer them out. You can refer them out, and you're referring them out to someone that's educated and that's knowing what
is going on.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. As us as realtors, we get a lot of hate. Because there's all these realtors in social media and stuff like that, promoting themselves. What separates you from them?
People's perception of realtors. Yeah. And that, they don't probably do much and take our money or make a maybe or something, right? So you have to be open, right? You can't be hiding anything from your clients, because as soon as they feel, or your customer even on social media, right? When we're on social media, be yourself, right? So I'm myself on social media. So how you see me on social media, you see me here, right? And I'm the same dude. And so when you portray something that you're not, people see that, that's when they get that icky feeling. But remember, there's always rotten apples in every type of job, business, organization, right? And that kind of taints it for everybody else. And so, unfortunately, we're going to get those bad realtors that taint our greatness.
And some of them is the fact that they're possibly in our industry. In our brokerage. We might have them.
Well, but it was the same thing as police officers, right? You have one in the same police department you're in. Now you go to give somebody a ticket and you're the asshole, or, you're the bad guy or something. And unfortunately, it was because one dude did something wrong and it makes the whole department look bad. And so what you have to do is just, be yourself, educate, like you said, right? Educate your clients, be there for them, answer every time.
I believe in education to an extent. Not the school, not the real life education, the real world.
Hands-on education.
Hands-on, exactly. And so that's what you're going to get with us too. So, Mr. Ricardo, I got a question for you.
All right.
Okay. And these are questions that I've been receiving from my side. I'm not sure if it's your side, but you as a realtor, are you able to predict the market? Or are you able to understand where the market is going? Because you're getting these questions. When is the market going to crash?
Right.
You get them every day. But just tell the viewers what your thoughts are.
Yeah. So so for me, it's funny you say that, because not too long ago I was walking outside the gate here, and a car pulls up. He saw my realtor sign on my car, and so he weighed me down. I got out, started talking to him, and he's like, "Hey, should I buy a house? I have a house I want to sell, but I want to get another house. But I think the market's gonna crash, man. And I was like, and I try to explain to him, listen, things are different now, right? 2008 was not a phenomenon, but maybe a phenomenon, right? Where the regulations were soft. All the, there was things that were going to happen because it was just too easy to get a loan, right? Stated loan, all this easy stuff. So they've tightened those restrictions. And so with that, the lending has gotten a little more accurate. And so if you're getting approved, it's because you're approved. You're getting approved, and you know, it's pretty confident that you're going to be able to make these payments. But the market's not going to crash. Now you're going to get soft landing. You're going to get soft, you know, coming down, interest rates softening. You know, so you'll get a softening, but you'll never see a crash like you saw in 2008. So when I do get that question though, like, oh, am I going to crash? That's what I explain to them. Things are different. Scenarios are different. Regulations are different. Rules are different. And so they can not expect that, right? It might soften, but I can't predict anything. And I will never, ever tell them I'll guarantee anything, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm putting myself in some hot water there. So I can explain to them what I see coming with my experience that I've had in the past of what I might see coming. So I'll just explain to them, this is what I see. This is what I think you should do. But ultimately, I let them have the decision. Because if I make it for them, then I'm the bad guy, right?
Yeah, at the end of the day, they're the ones that are going to pay the payments, right? Build a mortgage.
They got to be able to afford it, right? They got to be able to make that payment. You know, I don't want to force them into anything. And I'm never going to force you guys into anything. You're telling me what you want. I just make that road easy as possible for you. It's the same as Michael. He's going to make that road for you as easy as possible to get to where you want to get to. But again, we're not going to push you that way. You know what I'm saying? We guide you. We help you, right?
We educate you. That's the main thing. We educate you. And depending on you, whatever you take from the education we provide you, you know, if you're smart enough, you understand with us. But if not, then that's okay. That's fun. Yeah. That's fine too.
Yeah.
All right, Ricardo. So I got another question for you.
Okay.
So in times like this, it's a pretty difficult time. Many of you know.
Yeah.
You want, let's just say, you in this time when you were younger, right?
Yeah.
Because a lot of your viewers are younger, millennials.
Yeah,
and
they
like
actually
that, right?
are.
So, you know, we have our money. We want to invest. We already have our house. We want to invest. Would you invest right now? If so,
I wasn't
yes,
if I wasn't a realtor and I was still me, you know, 20 years ago.
Right.
Yes, because I actually did that, right? So when I was 21, I bought my first house. At 23, I bought my second house, and the first house I rented out. At 25, I had 2 other houses I bought. So I had 3 total houses I was renting out, and the rates expanded from, you know, 4 to 6. I forgot what the numbers were, right? Because it's been so long. But the rate never stopped me from buying a home. The rate never stopped me from buying a home,
right?
Because my realtor educated me on I can refi later. You know what I'm saying? If I wanted to,
right?
And so in some situations I refied, and some I didn't have to, right? Because the rates were great,
right?
So for me, to you out there that are thinking about it on the edge or on the sideline, take that chance. If the payment is workable, know that you can always reduce that payment later down the road. Maybe tighten your bootstraps up a little bit. Penny pinch on spending on stuff that's maybe not as necessity that you need. Because you're trying to build a long-term wealth. You're trying to build something for more long-term. If you're planning on staying in the house 5 to 10 years, this is where you say, go ahead, don't worry about the rate. The payment, if it's workable, you manage, you sacrifice, you don't spend here or there a little bit. And when that market corrects itself a little and the rates go down, that's when you take advantage to refi, your payments lower, but you have your home. And again, we talked about equity. And so for me, this I would buy. And actually, I'm looking, right? But I would buy. I would buy right now.
I'm looking right now. I'm looking best deals out there right now.
Yeah. Because right now, you still have those seller incentives. When you guys are waiting.
Let's talk about that. Seller incentives. Seller incentives. 2020, that was irrelevant.
Nope.
You would ask that, decline. Next, decline. Next, decline. Now, I promise you that a seller will come back to you begging. I'll give you money.
I'll give you something.
How much do you need?
Yeah.
You know, obviously they're not going to give you the whole thing, because at the end of the day, they're trying to sell and make more money, right? But, you know, now the tables has turned. The table has turned, and deals are made. You just got to find that right realtor that's going to look for you, hunt for you, and feast with you.
Right? And know what to ask for.
Yeah.
You know, so you're going to want to know what to ask for, because again, you don't want to be too pushy, too greedy, but at the same time, you know a good number to ask. And right now is the time to get that concession, because again, you're waiting on a sideline. If you wait till next year when those rates drop, sellers are not going to give that anymore.
No, they're not.
They're not going to give you any help for closing costs. They're not going to give you anything to buy your interest rate down. So right now, if you're worried about that payment, and you know, because of the interest rate, right now you can get a seller to possibly give you money to buy your interest rate down. And now the payment just dropped, and guess what? Now you're happy because you can afford this payment. You got your house, and try that next year when the house is worth a lot more. Your interest rate's low, but your house, now the house, they want a lot more for it. They're not going to give you anything to help you to get into that house, and your payment's still the same. But you have no equity. You just lost all your equity there. You paid more for the house than it probably will be worth, you know, until it, you know, years down the road. So you got to think about all these things, but that's why you get us, right? You pick one of us as a realtor, because we're going to educate you and guide you in all that.
And then ask those hard questions. See where the realtor is leading to. See what the realtor is giving you as for an answer. Because those hard questions that you have right now, that's what makes us great. That's what makes us different from the other realtors. Ask those hard questions. Ask us, hey, am I going to make any profit from here? You know, at the end of the day, it comes down to the numbers. You know, if the numbers are right for you, shit, why not? You know what I mean? Why not? But if there's something that you got to do first, or we understand life happens, right? But that's what you're here for. And that's why we're here for you, because this is something that I don't do, is that if you don't qualify, I set you up with a plan. I set you up with a long-term plan, short-term plan. It doesn't matter.
To get you qualified, right?
Exactly. And this is where I work with my lender. And then we talk, and then we come up with a solution. And let's say you can't qualify today. We'll qualify you in 6 months.
Perfect.
And then we'll set you we'll write you a whole plan, literally a whole plan. This is what you got to do, save, etc. And then if it's up to you, at the end of the day, it's up to you
to follow the plan, right?
Exactly.
So that it benefits you in 6 months.
If you follow the plan, great. We'll buy you a house. But if you don't, if you make mistakes, which it happens, I ain't gonna lie,
the plan just extends.
Exactly.
It turns into a year. And you know, and if that's okay with you, but remember, now you've just lost another 6 months of equity.
You don't know. We don't know where the market is heading to. So that's one of the things that either you hop on the train now or you wait.
And that train's moving 60 miles per hour. Good luck trying to hop on at that time.
Yeah, that's basically what I got. I mean, there's no more
ifs, ands, and buts about it, man.
Exactly. Thank you. Yeah.
So anyways, man, well, I really appreciate you coming out. And it was great information. Give us a call. I'm going to put his information below so that you can reach out to one of us, and we're going to be there for you. Communication's one of our things. Giving you 100% of us any time of the day. Trust me, you think, oh, you own your own business and we're doing our own thing, and you know we won't answer after. No, we answer.
Our business runs with you. So basically, you as customers are our business. So we take care of you like gold. So,
and we're not a storefront, right? You're not going to be open 9 to 5 or 8 to 5. We're almost 24/7, right? You're going to call me because of something that happened, and it's going to, you know, maybe mess up your chance of getting a house. We're going to then start working on how to get that figured out, but we're not just going to leave you hanging. You know what I'm saying?
There's no such thing as dumb questions. That's one of my pet peeves. No dumb questions. Ask, because I promise you, if you don't ask, you don't make money.
All right. Well, thank you again, Michael, for coming, and your information is going to be below you. And another great open house. This is Real Estate Braddock out. Peace.